Hello and welcome to Byju's Exam Prep IAS. Today's big news is the allegation of front running that has been imposed by SEBI on Axis mutual fund managers. As a result of which, the Axis company has asked two of their fund managers to leave. Today, we will be discussing about what exactly do we mean by front running. Is it legal or illegal? Why does SEBI equate it to market manipulation and insider trading? But before we go deeper into that, just a reminder tomorrow's class in the Target Prelims 2022 series would be on Indian polity once again. This will be class number 4 of Indian polity. Do join us tomorrow sharp at 7:30 p.m. for this particular class. Now, as we discussed earlier, the topic that we will be discussing in today's big news is the front running allegations that have been put by the SEBI. Now let's first get a brief of why exactly is it in the news. Now the Axis Group that also has the Axis Bank has a company called the Axis Asset Management Company. So it's kind of a mutual fund company. When you have to invest in mutual funds, they run a lot of schemes. You give them the money and they buy the appropriate shares, and that is how you make money. Now, there are a lot of people who work in this company in the position of fund managers who buy funds on behalf of the people. Now, this company is managing assets worth almost 2.6 lakh crore. Now, two of their fund managers have been involved in something called front running, and as a result of this, they have been asked to leave the company. SEBI says, as per the SEBI regulation of 2003, any individual who indulges in fraudulent or unfair trade practices is liable to pay a penalty which may be up to 25 crore rupees or three times the profit that the person has made out of such practices, whichever is higher. Also, do understand that front running is not something that is very new. It has happened earlier as well in India specifically. Now, let me give you an example of what is front running. Now, let's assume you are a mutual fund manager and you are running a scheme on behalf of the Axis Asset Management Company. Now, every month you get a lot of money from the customers who have their SIPs who invest in the mutual funds. So, let's say this month this asset manager got 1000 crore rupees and he has to invest that money in the stock market. Now, this decision of how to invest the 1000 crore rupees is taken by a team of people who do a lot of research. Let's assume they decide that for this 1000 crore rupees, let's buy shares of a company which is doing very well. Let's assume they want to buy shares of a company which is TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. Now, anyone who knows the stock market obviously knows that when you buy a large stock of a company, that means the prices will automatically go up. Because just like any commodity in the market, when the demand increases, automatically there is competition to buy it more and the prices will go up. So the fund manager knows that tomorrow, if I go and buy 1000 crore rupees of stocks for TCS, the prices of TCS will go up. Let's assume today the stock price of TCS is close to 3500 rupees. Tomorrow, if I buy 1000 crore rupees of TCS stock, the stock price will increase and let's say it will reach 4000 rupees. So, what the fund manager does is before placing the order from the side of his company to buy stocks worth 1000 crore rupees, this fund manager puts his own money and buys some stock for himself just one day before the company order. So let's say he has 10 lakh rupees or let's say 1 crore rupees of his own. So he first buys 1 crore rupees of his own for TCS stock and after that he places the order for the company. Now, why is he doing that? Because he is buying the stock at 3500 rupees and he knows as soon as this big order is placed, the prices of the stock will increase automatically. So, within a few hours, the fund manager will make a lot of profit. This practice is called front running. So, in front of the order that you had to place from the side of your company, the big order, you place your own order, your personal order from your personal account, and then you place your client's order so that when the price increases, you can make a lot of profit within a few hours or within a few days. This is called front running, and this is prohibited as per the SEBI. Now, SEBI says that this front running concept is a form of market manipulation and insider trading because a person who commits front running expects the price movement because of an information which has not been made public. Now, although SEBI says it is a kind of insider trading, there are many experts who say that insider trading is different and front running is different. Now, let me explain to you what is insider trading. Insider trading means when you have inside information of the company. Let's take an example of TCS only. So right now the share price of TCS is close to 3500 rupees. Now let's assume the results of TCS are coming out. Now there can be two possibilities. One possibility may be that TCS has made a huge profit. Now, before they disclose this report, only the very higher authorities of TCS will know that they have made a huge profit. Now, obviously, when TCS makes this result public that we have made a lot of profit, people would want to buy TCS share because it's a profitable company, it has a lot of money, it might give dividends also. So, automatically, again, the prices will increase. But what if I get to know of this information that they have made a huge profit before they tell to the public? What would I do? I would invest a lot of money. I would buy the shares of TCS at a lower price so that as soon as the news comes out in the market, this will go up and reach, let's say, the level of 4,000 or even beyond that, and I can make a lot of profit out of it. This is an example of insider trading. When you have insider information from the company which has not been made public, on the basis of that, if you buy or sell a stock, you can also sell a stock because let's assume the other way around. Let's assume TCS in this quarter had a huge loss. And before telling to the public, you get to know of this information that okay, they have made a huge loss. So obviously the prices will decline very sharply. So if you already have these shares, you sell them out at 3500 so that before the price crashes, you're out of the stock. That also is an example of insider trading, and that is why this is prohibited. As per most of the experts, insider trading and front running are different things, although SEBI regards both of them as the same. Now, there's one more aspect of front running which is called index front running, which is actually legal. It is a legal trade practice. Now, let me explain what is this. All of you would have heard of Sensex, right? Now, what is Sensex? Sensex is an index of top 30 companies of India. So, the top 30 companies or 30 companies with the highest market capitalization in India, their stocks are counted and their average price is what makes up the Sensex. When you say Sensex is 55,000 or 60,000, you usually mean to say the stock prices of these top 30 companies. Now, these 30 companies keep on changing because let's assume there's a new company that has grown very big. Now, it has become the top 30. So, it will come in the Sensex and the lower rank company will go out. This is a very usual practice. So, let's assume there's a new company who is doing very well and its market capitalization is now amongst the top 30 companies. So it will be a part of Sensex very soon. So BSE, that is a Bombay Stock Exchange who runs Sensex, they announced that there's a company, let's say called Hitech, which will be added to the index, that is Sensex, the next day. However, before the next day, you are the one who buys the stocks of this company in large quantity, because as soon as it becomes a part of Sensex, many mutual funds will now go and buy this because it's a trustworthy company. So before they do it, you yourself place an order one day before that, before anyone else. This is called index front running. This is legal because of the reason that whatever you are doing is based on public information. As long as your decisions in the market are taken on the basis of information which is available to everyone, that is fine, that is allowed. But if you are taking your decisions on the basis of information which is only known to you or it is not supposed to be public, then that is illegal. So index front running is legal and it is practiced throughout the world. In fact, this is something that is seen as a strength of many fund managers. Fund managers who can keep a track of these kind of things are usually in a lot of demand in the market. So this is the concept of front running and insider trading as per SEBI. This is it for today's big news video. Thank you so much for watching.